Welcome to Coruzant Technologies, home of the Digital Executive Podcast.
Welcome to the Digital Executive. Today's guest is Tina Larsson. Tina Larsson is the co-founder and owner of the Folson Group, the premier co-op and condo cost consultant who helps New York City co-op, condo owners, and apartment building owners increase their property values. The company is a business consultant and disruptor in the residential real estate world. Tina holds a lead green associate designation and is on a mission to make New York City greener, more sustainable, and more affordable one building at a time. Well, good afternoon, Tina. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for having me.
You're very, very welcome. This is so exciting. And Tina, you're part of an amazing group of colleagues that I met through kind of happenstance, this wonderful platform called LinkedIn. And I really, really do appreciate your time jumping on the podcast today. So thank you again. Tina, we're going to jump right into the questions here. And I want to talk to you a little bit about your career in finance, financial advisor, serial entrepreneur, and now the co-founder and owner of the Folson Group. Could you share with our audience the secret to your career growth and what inspires you?
Absolutely. So, as you said, I'm from a financial background. I was an analyst on Wall Street, analyzing multi-billion-dollar companies for the purpose of investing my clients' money. I live in a co-op in New York City. I've owned since 2004. And right after the financial crisis, when you can only imagine that the financial crisis was not very easy to go through being in finance. And they said that they were increasing the maintenance again for the 10th year in a row by 5%. Now, being an analyst, I started reflecting and I'm like, why are they increasing the maintenance by so much? And those are the fees that the owners pay every month. When there's no inflation, when they're telling us that the maintenance is only supposed to pay for the cost. If the costs are increasing by 5% in a non-inflationary period, that really brings a red flag. So I spoke with my husband. We spoke with some neighbors who had the same feeling, and we got a group together, and we actually had kind of like a coup. We took over the board. And as soon as they took over the board, they asked me if I could help them analyze the numbers, and I did. I made some phone calls. I compared some contracts, got competitive bids, and we were able to save our own building, $340,000 in the first 3 years. So out networking, as you know, everybody wants to meet another financial advisor, wink, wink, and out networking, I introduced myself as I helped my co-op and board save $340,000. And in doing so, a lot of them asked me if they could introduce me to their co-op board. And that's how we started our business.
That is so amazing. I love that. Sometimes it's happenstance or somebody finds something that they really love and they jump in or they want to help the world. And I love your story. So Tina, tell us a bit about the service you offer to help New Yorkers increase their property values.
Yeah, so the way that we increase property value is that there's a direct correlation or an inverse correlation between how much you pay, whether that's for your single home or for your apartment, and how much you pay to buy it. So the property value increases, the more your costs for running it is. And so our goal is to increase property value by reducing the expenses for large apartment buildings, specifically in New York City. We go through all the different line items, and there are hundreds of them. It's a very complex organization, and we put them in our benchmark. We have a benchmark, which I learned from finance, of all the various costs that goes into running a building. So these are for the common areas. So in an apartment building, it's one heat plant or it's one boiler. You have lights in the lobby, in the hallways, etc. So there's a lot of common expenses, the elevator expenses, for instance. So there's a lot of common expenses, and those are the ones that we reduce. So we don't work with the apartment owners, but with the board, the co-op or condo board, to reduce the expenses in the building itself. And the same goes for capital improvements. So they need to repair their facade or replace the roof or the elevators. And we reduce how much they pay for those upgrades. Yeah.
Thank you. Those are very helpful tips. And I appreciate that because, and I know a lot of our audience will appreciate those things as well. This has just been a wealth of information with all the guests that I've had on the show. So thank you, Tina. And Tina, are you leveraging any new or emerging technologies within your business? And maybe not, but if you found maybe a cool tool or app that's been really helpful for you.
Yeah. So during the pandemic, and these are not very unique tools that we use, but during the pandemic, it used to be that boards met in their building after hours. So they had a regular day job and then they had to go to their building and they had to have something to eat. So they all met at 7 p.m. Monday through Thursday, because who wants to have a board meeting on a Friday, right? So we didn't meet with them very often. And the pandemic has really helped us have a much closer relationship with our boards, because now we can talk with them over Zoom all the time. So my favorite technology is Zoom combined with Calendly. I mean, that was a game changer during the pandemic, and we don't see that going anywhere. I mean, we're going to continue to use that because it really helps us help our boards make decisions quicker and have a closer relationship with our clients.
Thank you. And I think that's one of the probably predominant platform that kind of stood out during the pandemic. But
Yes.
We've seen an acceleration of innovation in the last few years because of the pandemic. And it's really exciting to hear some of the challenges people got through because of the platform or technology they were using. So thank you, Tina. And Tina, last question. Can you share something from your career experience that would be helpful for those looking to grow their career in real estate or entrepreneurship?
Yes. Something that I used to not get, but now I get, or I have gotten it for a long time, is I didn't understand or value the networking and building a relationship part of my business. So once upon a time, I used to go to my job and then I went home and then I watched TV, right? And I didn't build great relationships. Whereas over the last 12 years, I have been an avid networker. And in the beginning, it didn't come easy. In the beginning, I walked into a room full of strangers and it was not so easy for me. But nowadays, I walk into a room full of future friends and I love it. And networking is not only about being in a group or going to this event. It's also on LinkedIn, where you and I met, Brian. And LinkedIn, I didn't get it, but it is the best networking event that goes on 24/7. And it's fantastic. And I wish that if there's anything that I wish that I did differently, it's using LinkedIn in a different way many, many years ago.
You're absolutely right. I think some of the best connections, some of the best colleagues and friends, for that matter, have come through LinkedIn. It's so amazing. Tina, I really do appreciate your story. And I want to let you know it was a pleasure having you on today. And I look forward to speaking with you real soon.
Thank you so much, Brian. Thank you for having me. This has been a pleasure.
Bye for now.